Well, gang, Lane Carolina jackpot time coming at you. It's Friday evening. A little bit of college football going on tonight. Navy and SMU. Got a pretty good one going on there. Florida International and UTSA kind of don't have a real good one going on there. But we want to talk about tomorrow afternoon. 3:30 p.m. in Neyland Stadium. The biggest game to hit Neyland Stadium since at least the mid-2000s. It's been at least 15 years, if not longer, since such a big game's been played there. The number 3 ranked Alabama Crimson Tide goes on the road to take on the home team, the Tennessee Vols. They are ranked number 6 in the country at 5-0 and playing some lights-out football, especially on the offensive side of the ball. I'm going to have a treat for you guys tomorrow afternoon. Carolina Jackpot is going to live stream this game for you. I know a ton of people will probably be live streaming it anyway, but I want to get in on the action as well. I'd like to do that for you guys because, hey, there have been a ton of Tennessee fans that have shown up on this channel in the comment section, whether they're here because they just enjoy the content, whether they're here because they like me, because they hate me, because I've given the Tennessee Vols a hard time and they want to give it back to me. I don't know why they're here. I don't really care. But I do enjoy the fact that you're, giving me a few minutes of your time every day and watching these videos. So I'm going to live stream this game for you. There's a few Alabama fans that show up over here from time to time as well. The Carolina Jackpot channel clientele, I guess you would call it, is pretty diverse. It's not just Gamecock fans and Clemson fans. We've got college football fans from all over the country, all over the globe. Actually, we're going international. We're going worldwide. Someone from Pakistan chimed in the other night on live stream. So just looking at this matchup, which I want to talk about here for just a few minutes. Right now, Alabama is actually laying 9 on the road against Tennessee. That line has shifted a little bit. It was Alabama laying 7.5. So I can only deduce from that Bryce Young, the starting quarterback for Alabama, will start, I guess. This guy's not going to be 100%. There's no way he's going to be 100%. But him being in this game, I think, will have an effect on, definitely have an effect on the score of the game, if not the outcome of the game. Now, a lot of people are on Tennessee. A lot of people are on Tennessee. The public bet, I think, is like right now, you're looking at, and this is just as of right now, the public bet, you got 68% of the public bets on Tennessee, and you got 32 on Bama, and the same on the money line. Seems awful strange to me. That people are jumping on a underdog that hard. Be careful. I kind of like Tennessee in this game. I picked them to win. I picked them to cover. I think it was a 7.5 point spread. But with that many people jumping on that, kind of supposed to fade the public. So I don't know. Be very careful too when you're watching this game. Watch the referees. Watch the referees in this game and see if they don't play a role in the outcome of it, one way or the other. Wait a minute. I had a question to ask. First of all, what in the world is this? Tell me what this is exactly. Can someone tell me what the meaning of that is? I don't really know. All I know, though, is there's going to be over 100,000 people in this game tomorrow. It's going to be a loud, raucous environment. Not an environment that Alabama is used to going and playing in. Now, this year they did travel to Texas. That was a packed house there of close to 100,000. When they go play at LSU, you see a crowd somewhat akin to that. Big crowd last year when they went on the road to the Swamp. This is like no other. Neyland Stadium, if you've ever been there, it's like the place is just stacked up on top of each other. So all the noise just rains right down on top of you. And when they're doing well, that place is loud, rocking, I'm sure that it can be a very intimidating place to play at. just looking at Bama and what we got going on here. Bryce Young is 14 TDs, 3 interceptions on the year, 1,200 yards. He's been efficient. Hendon Hooker, 1,422 yards. No interceptions thrown this year, 10 touchdowns. Seems like he should have thrown more touchdown passes than that. It really does. What I think Tennessee, here's the thing. You got the number 11 rush defense in the country. Doesn't seem right saying that. I thought Tennessee's defense was going to be terrible coming into this year, and against the pass, it's been pretty rough. It's been kind of rough. But against the run, you've held your own. You're facing a Bama rushing attack, though, that's number 4 in the country. I mean, they pound the rock pretty well. Jahmyr Gibbs, 532 yards so far this year. Definitely the best running back that you've faced so far this season. Tennessee has done a lot of, Hendon Hooker's done a lot of damage through the air without who was thought to be his leading receiver, Cedric Tillman, especially for the past few games, been relying on Jalen Hyatt guy from South Kakalaki to catch some of the balls there. Jalen Wright, I believe his name is, 315 yards on the ground this year. So they've been solid. They've been solid and efficient. They're ranked number 7 in passing yards in the country. Bama's 246 yards a game passing. They're only good for 69th in the country. Your pass defense, Tennessee, you are number 128 in the country. I think that's good. I think that's good for last place, or it's pretty damn close to it. Only thing is, Alabama's passing attack, I don't really know that they can exploit that. So, I mean, who knows what we're going to get here. Alabama was going to have the coaching advantage. They could blow you out. If anybody blows anybody out, unfortunately, I see Alabama blowing Tennessee out. I don't see Tennessee blowing Alabama out. I just don't. I think that the coaching advantage, the talent advantage there, they're more solid on defense. But offensively, I mean, I think Tennessee's going to put up some points. And I don't think Alabama really wants to get in a shootout with this team, especially if they have to bring in Jalen Milroe. Bryce Young starts hurting, can't really keep going. They have to bring Milroe in. I think that's going to be a bad day for the Gump man. Now, I'm live streaming this game, and I can't just live stream a football game just for the heck of it, right? I got to take a side. Carolina Jackpot's got to take a side in this thing. Who's Jack going to be backing? Who is Jack going to back in this game? You look at the two teams in this thing and kind of decide for yourself who you think Jack's gonna pull for. Who's gonna be my Gamecocks? Who's gonna be my team? Who's gonna be my boys tomorrow? On the one hand, you have Tennessee. There's no love lost between me and the Vols. I've often said here on this channel that South Carolina gave them several games in the past 8-10 years that South Carolina should have won. That kind of spoiled some seasons. The one that hurts the most is 2013. Steve Spurrier forgot how to manage a clock, and he lost to, that was Butch Jones's first team, like 23-21 in Neyland Stadium, I think it was. That was an absolutely horrible loss because it kept South Carolina out of the SEC championship game. Here's the thing, though. That Vols team was horrible. And the score never should have been that close. You should have been up by 4 touchdowns in the fourth quarter of that game against a team like that. But you weren't. Hard to blame referees. Hard to blame, I guess, bad coaching decisions, piss poor clock management, and that type of stuff when you really should have taken care of business a long time before that. The next year, South Carolina lets them come back from 14 points down with 2 minutes left and beat you. But there have been some good points in this rivalry, too. 2016, I was at that game with my son. I think Tennessee came in ranked like in the top 10. They were on top of the SEC East, and South Carolina beat them at home. And that was in Will Muschamp's first year. Yeah, enough about him. That was one of the few things he did well. And then there's just the fact that, the whole Will Muschamp thing, that whole era, just absolutely stunk it up on the football field. South Carolina just fell behind Tennessee when South Carolina clearly was on an upward trajectory at one point and just totally went downhill. Now the Tennessee man will chime in and say, "Well, we got the history, we got the tradition, Carolina jackpots. You got to understand, we're going to be able to get better players up here anyway. The USC junior has never been relevant." And blah 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 blah. I've heard it all. It's all bullshit. No, South Carolina definitely should have, at this point right now in time, should have a better football program than what they do, but they don't. There's that, and me and their fans have gone back and forth here on this channel all year long. There's been a lot of Vol fans showing up here, especially since the beginning of the summer or so, especially since last year when Tennessee blew us out in Neyland Stadium. What was it, 45-20? Horrible game. It's a horrible performance. Probably South Carolina's worst performance of the year. Nah, the Clemson performance was the worst one of the year. No, the Texas A&M one was the worst. Now the Georgia one was. I got a smorgasbord to choose from, don't I? It's like a loss here. Let me give me some of this. Give me some of this. Give me some Tennessee. Give me some Texas. Give me a little bit of Clemson. Give me a little bit. Hell, let me reach over here and give me a little Florida State too. We've had bad performances against everybody. Yeah. Plenty of reasons to hate the Vols and not pull for them tomorrow. But on the other side, you got Alabama. Why'd you shit the bed against Clemson, that 2018 national championship game? That was just horrible. Trevor Lawrence wasn't nothing but a itty-bitty freshman back then. He dominated you, 44-16, out there in San Francisco. Never have forgotten that one. That one hurt. Laying right here on this. That was before Jackpot's recliner was a thing. That was when it was Jackpot's couch. And I just fell asleep on the second half of that game up here with my doggy. And I just cried because there was nothing to be done. You let me down that day. You really let me down. Oh, and then there's the whole mantra, especially driven home a lot by the Clemson man, that the Coots, the Coots can suck ass at football, but they got Alabama in the conference, so there's always somebody you can cheer for. The only time I've ever cheered for Alabama was when they played in Clemson. Other than that, I couldn't care less. I don't pull for you. I don't really care for them either. And 2010, we were the last SEC East team at home to beat you in the regular season. Somebody else going to be able to do it Saturday afternoon? I don't know. I wish he'd shut up. So, who's Jack going back? Who am I going to pull for in this game? Tell you what. Tune into the live stream tomorrow at 3:30, and you'll find out what you need to know. Until then, I will see you guys later. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching the channel. If you're watching and you're not subscribed, I wish you'd consider subscribing. But if you don't want to subscribe, I'd like you to at least hit this thing with a thumbs up. Leave a nice little comment in the comment section. I will see you guys later. Appreciate it. Peace. And I'm out of here. Go Cox. Woo! Beat by week, damn it.